What's up YouTube fam, welcome back. Today we're doing a dewy skin and glossy pink lid look. This video was part of my Cool Girl series, and if you haven't checked that out yet, I'll link it up here. But it's basically just easy to do, cool, not traditionally, pretty makeup looks, but more like fun colors, not necessarily matching, just out there and fun. So that's why we're doing a glossy pink lid today. I was inspired by Sarah because I saw that she did like a green glossy lid and it was so freaking pretty on her. If you don't follow her, go follow her on Instagram and on YouTube. She's just the ultimate cool girl, and she's also my friend and I love her. Anyways, I saw her do that and I thought I wanted to do more like a pulled back, more wearable, if you will, look. So I did a pink lid instead, and I really love how it turned out, and I hope you will too. Let's get into the video. Please excuse this hair, it is still wet. I'm just gonna put it up with some bobby pins. Do I look crazy? Yes, I do. But I guess it's just part of my aesthetic right now, and I'm just gonna have to accept it. I need a mirror. All right, that is just wipe that mirror clean with my bed sheet. I changed my spot where I sit in my bedroom. I now sit further in, so you guys are on my bed because I felt like the light was too strong out there. I'm gonna start with priming. I have been loving this CoverFx SPF 30 Booster Drops because it's a primer, it's an oil primer, and it has SPF in it. Why has nobody told me about this before? Probably because it's hella expensive and I won't. Oh, now the sun went away. Oh, here it is again. Thank you. Love you, bitch. It is kind of expensive, so I guess that's why I, haven't purchased it myself, and I probably won't once I run out of the PR bottle, because this is gifted to me for free. But just because I'm a cheap ass, I should. This is actually the type of product that I would spend money on, so I might purchase it once I run out, because it is that good. It is honestly that good. I love an oil primer. There's one from NYX. It doesn't have SPF in it though, but I've heard good things about it too if you want to have a look at a affordable option. But look at that glow that it gives me. Glow. I have so many foundation slash tinted moisturizer slash CC cream slash whatever that I love, and I'm going to talk about a few of them today. But the one I will be using is a new one. It's from a brand called Beauty Act. It's a Swedish brand. It's their luminous foundation, and it's, like Samantha would say, chef's kiss. By the way, did you guys see that she's pregnant? So cute. So excited for her. I've been following her since I was like, I don't even know. It's been a good 8 years, I think. I'm going to use that, and while I put it on, I'm going to talk about the other ones that I like. Okay, so I'm just going to use like a beauty blender spongy thing. This one is from Sadora. If you're in Sweden, this sponge is really nice. It has a little bit of like a, do you see that little silicone thing right there? So it's really easy to hold. Not that a regular beauty blender is difficult to hold, but you get what I'm saying. I have all the foundations here, but I'm probably just going to add in pictures of them. So first of all, if you haven't tried the Anastasia Luminous foundation, actually this one that I'm using right now is like a dupe of that, and it's half the price, but that one is so good. If you haven't checked it out, it's totally worth it. Go into Sephora if you can and grab a sample. It's like one of those light to medium coverage, actually more medium coverage I would say, yeah. Buildable, medium coverage, just good quality foundations that are like dewy in a nice, non-oily way. I have dry skin, so keep in mind that all these foundations that I talk about today are suitable for dry skin. They don't make your dry patches look like they've had the worst day of their life. They make them look like they've had the best day of their lives, like a spa day, and lots of nice cocktails and food, and at least 3 naps. So why am I being so harsh on my forehead? Sorry, I don't even know where I was anymore. I totally distracted myself with punching myself in the forehead with a beauty blender. Then there's the It Cosmetics CC cream. I have the illumination version. I would actually go for the regular one now because I've heard that that one is like dewy enough. They're kind of like almost the same. The only issue I have with this one is the color that I have doesn't match me. I have the color light and it's my shade, but it's on my undertone. It makes me look really gray and washed out. So I really want to go and repurchase that, but in the right shade because the formula is great. It's a little bit on the thicker side. It's actually, to be a CC cream, it's quite heavy coverage. And then there's the CoverFx Natural Finish Foundation, another bomb one. That one is fairly new to me, but I've been using it and I really like it. I mean, I like everything from CoverFx. They just can't do nothing wrong in my eyes. And then of course, lastly, there's the Glossy Skintint. You guys already know what I feel about that one. That one is a really good like beginner's product if you don't want a lot of coverage, if you don't need a lot of coverage, you just want something to like glow up your skin and very slightly even it out. Another chef's kiss. I think that my foundation looks good. That's very glowy. So for my concealer, I've been using this a lot on my channel. This is the Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye. I've just found nothing quite like it. It's just very thick, but it's very dewy. And so yes, it sits in my crease because I don't powder. I don't mind. I do this thing like twice a day and it kind of disappears. You can see how much this has been used. This is like, you know, I'll just show you. I'll take a little bit on my ring finger and I'll show you the difference in between the two eyes. You see, it's kind of like a nice, it's just the perfect color on me. What is that? Medium tan. It's the perfect color on me. It works on me even when I'm my lightest and almost even when I'm my darkest. It's just a very universal shade for my skin tone. And it just kind of removes whatever darkness I've got going on, but it doesn't brighten up too much where it looks unnatural. And then it has that sort of dewy finish. It just gives you that lovely, dewy, healthy skin look. Okay, gonna do the other one. Like in this category in particular, if you have any tips on concealers that are more on the dewy side, please let me know because that's actually what I prefer. The only one that I found that's a little bit like it, it's another Swedish brand. Jesus, you can tell that I've been using this one too. Look at that lid. It is the Make the Make Ceramide Elastic Concealer in N4. It isn't as high coverage, but it's definitely the same dewy finish. So if you're in Sweden, you can order this worldwide. I just don't know toll costs, shipping and things like that. But if you're in like the Nordic countries, definitely check this one out. I actually really like this shade too because it has a slight sort of pinkish tint to it. So it really covers up. If I'm having like a bad day where my dark circles are a little bit more prominent, perfect. But as like my number one, this one. And for my bronzer, guys, I'm sorry to say, but it is the CoverFx Bronzer Drops. I love this because it is a liquid formula. I love anything creamy liquid, and you know that already. Creamy liquid are just the perfect products for when you want this dewy skin look. And so, I mean, this is bomb. What I like about this is that it doesn't give me a lot of unnatural bronze. It's just like, you see that you can definitely see it, but it's not like, you know some bronzers, they're so opaque and they're kind of difficult to work into the skin. Not this one. This is so easy to work with. I do the Beauty Blender, and thing is, like when, summertime when I'm a little bit tan, I don't mind bronzers, but when fall time hits and winter time comes, I'm very, like, I'm my palest. And when I'm my palest, I just find that it's so much more difficult to find a bronzer that looks good on me and that doesn't look like orange on me. And this is definitely one of those ones. Just look at how that blends out with just a couple of punches to my face. I'm so heavy-handed with this. I do have a bunch of bronzers that I like, but that I love, not really. Another one that I really love is this Milani one though. I've been talking about this one a lot too. And this is also drugstore, cruelty-free, affordable. This is the 05 Soleil by Milani. They're baked bronzers. it looks very warm in the pan, and it kind of goes on very warm, but it's not that type of warm where like, you know, it goes on blotchy. It's just very smooth. I think it's got a little bit of highlight in it, so that's why it looks very smooth and healthy on the skin. Just perfection. Do I need more, or am I happy with this level of bronze? Maybe this tiny little bit. Oh, that is leaking though. That's annoying. Look at that. Okay, I mean, this skin is giving me life. Let me give you a little bit of a close-up. You should be able to see, like, I do have some texture right here, right there. If we get really close, you might even be able to see those enlarged pores right there. It just looks very natural, healthy. You can't really, I mean, you can see that there's something on the skin because it's very, very even, very, very bronzed. You can't see the product sitting on top of the skin, and it's so dewy. I probably won't even need highlighter, but you know me. You know what's about to happen. But first, let's do some blush. I'm gonna do a pink glossy lid today, and I wanna match my blush and my lips with that. So I'm gonna go for a blush that's cool tone, which is very unusual for me. Can you tell that I've been watching a lot of The Crown? Well, I have. This is a blush palette from Beauty Act. Gorgeous, isn't it? Wow, that mirror is dirty. And here you can clearly see that you are standing on a box, some books, on my bed. I think I'm gonna use this one at the bottom because it is clearly pink and cool toned, but it's very natural because I'm gonna have pink on my eyes. I want my cheeks to still be kind of neutral. The thing about me with powder blushes is that honestly, these are nice. I love this palette. It's great to carry with you. It has a mirror, and if you're going somewhere for a longer time, you have a lot of options in here. But to be quite honest, I think that blushes are one of those categories where, especially powder blushes, a lot of them work. There's not a lot of bad blushes out there, if you ask me. Maybe it's because of, you know, my skin tone and my undertone. I'm probably easy to, you know, I can kind of wear a little bit whatever, but that's just how I feel personally. Yes. Now, for highlighter, I used to have a lot of highlighters that I loved that were like super dewy, and then so many of those brands got problematic. So I do love the Isadora one, the 34 Dewy Nude. I'm using it a lot, but I don't want to use that today because it's Swedish. You can only find them in Sweden. Also, this product is getting discontinued, unfortunately. So I don't want to talk about that one too much. Then we have the Glossier Haloscope in Quartz, which is actually the only one that I like from their range. The other ones are kind of chunky glitters. Not chunky, but to me. This one in Quartz is actually really nice. So I'm just gonna put some on my finger and right on the bridge of my nose, and then on top of my cheekbone, just like in a little bit of a C shape. That is very pretty. That is the dewy skin. Let's do some eyes and some lips. So the palette that I will be using today is from a brand called Kaleido Cosmetics. They sent me this palette in PR. It's so beautiful. It's all shimmery shades, and they're very easy to work with. As you can see, I've kind of dipped my fingers and swatched this one before. But they're all glittery shades or shimmery shades. And today I will be using this one, which is Magna. But one day I would really like to use this one up here. It's sort of like, it's this duochrome greenish brown. It almost looks like an old MAC shade that was called Club that I had. It was like one of the first single eyeshadows I ever bought. You know, back in the days when there were single eyeshadows. You guys remember that? That was a great time to be alive. So I'm just gonna use my finger today because there's really no need to blend because we're gonna put gloss on top. Anyways, I'm just gonna put this all over my lid. I'm sort of tapping it in. And I'm gonna bring it a bit further up because I want it to be visible. But as I said, as you can see, there's gonna be a little bit of an edge, which is totally fine. I'm just gonna do the same thing on the other eye very quickly. Once again, the crown lives in the back of my head. And sometimes it comes forward and it takes over my speech. And I can't help it. Ooh, that is one pretty pink shade. You can of course clean it up like at the ends or whatever, but I don't think that this needs to be a very cleaned up look. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go in with a gloss. And this is the Beauty Act Multitask Dewy Face Gloss. Once again, it's that Swedish brand. If you can't get a hold of it, I'm pretty sure NYX has one. Whatever affordable options I can find, I'll put them in the description box down below. So I'm just... Ooh, my gosh, this is... You don't need a lot, just take a little bit, because the more you put, the faster it's going to crease. That is pretty. I'm quickly gonna do some mascara. You know I always use my CoverGirl Total Tease waterproof mascara, so I'm just gonna do that and I'll be right back. And I think I'm going to just add some gloss. This is the Glossier Lip Gloss in Red Rogue. Let's see if we wanna add some pink on top of that too. I'm not sure yet. It depends on how. Maybe the tiniest amount of that shadow just in the middle of our lips. Yeah. Alright guys, this is it for my dewy skin glossy pink lid look. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys enjoyed that it was a little bit more chatty and I changed the scenery a bit. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and I'll see you in the next one.